Hey guys, it's Deeds. Thanks for coming to my YouTube channel today. I'm doing a bookmark using Sweet and Sassy stamps, and this set is called Oh Holy Night. I hope that you will give this technique a try. I love the sentiments here, and this is what I'm going to be using to make a bookmark. So I've got my Canson watercolor paper. It's pretty simple watercolor paper. I picked it up for about $5 at Walmart. And what I'm doing is using this bit of leftover paper from a previous project. I'm not going to need a lot of paper. I just want enough space that I can make a few different background designs and be able to cut away at whatever part I want for the bookmark itself. So I've got two Distress Oxide colors. One of them is Iced Spruce and the other one is Mowed Lawn. The technique that I'm using is called Wet on Wet. I love this technique because I make the watercolor paper nice and juicy, and that way when I add color, it just runs however it may, and there's something very freeing, very liberating. I don't have to necessarily worry too much about where the color is going. But I add the Mowed Lawn to this piece of plastic here, and then I'm putting it on this very wet paper, and it's running into certain places. It's more intense and heavier in other places. I'm going to heat gun this, and that will be my first layer. I repeat this process, and after it's completely dry, I take my brush again, dip it in the Mowed Lawn, and what I'm doing here is poking the watercolor paper because that provides a semblance of greenery like pine needles or something like that. And because I'm using the Christmas tree stamp from Sweet and Sassy, it works out perfectly, and I can almost distinguish that there's some pine trees here in the background of my bookmark image. That's what is really fun about working with watercolor, is the layering and getting all of that differentiation in the same color right there just from layering. The second color that I'm using now is Iced Spruce, and this is going to provide me just a little bit of shadowing, so to speak. I didn't want everything to be completely green. I wanted there to be some contrast, and so I bring out the Iced Spruce. When I brought out the Iced Spruce, I was thinking, okay, gray goes with green, okay, but I did the exact same thing. I put the color down, I dried it, and then I did another second pass, just poking the paper and letting that wedge brush do whatever it wanted to. I finish up with a couple of my last layers doing this splattering technique with a smaller brush, and all I do is pick up some of the color and then tap my finger on the end of the brush, and it gives me that nice splattered look. So really the finishing element is the stamp, and I'm getting this thing nice and dirty on my skin because new stamps pick up the pigment, ink, or whatever it is you're using so much better if it's already gotten something to cling to, which is kind of weird, I thought, but it works and I don't question it. So I laid this stamp down, and it's way down in the color because I want to leave a little bit of space up at the top, because as a bookmark I would like to leave some space where I can embellish a little bit more, and I'm going to put the pretty little bow right at the top. Later on you'll see me punch some holes and then thread a ribbon through like a Christmassy gift. These things work so well as small little tokens of, hey, I'm thinking about you. Hey, I hope you're having a lovely holiday season. I wish you well. I hope your family's good. And to boot, you're causing them to think on Jesus, which is the whole point, the whole purpose of Christmas. I love gearing my mind around what this season is truly about. And I know it's only September, and so we have a long time before we have to think about the hustle and the bustle of Christmas, but let's not forget the real and true reason as to why it is that we celebrate. Jesus came to save people from their sins, and I love things that prompt me to think about the gospel, the good news, things that I can dwell on and find joy in because of my salvation, because of everything that Jesus is doing in me right now, and everything that goes with this. It's just it's a sweet bundle of beauty and promise. So that's it. That's really it. And just so you guys know, I fiddle-faddled with trying to make this ribbon into a bow for about 5 minutes, so I'm not going to show you that part, but eventually I do make a bow, and pretty soon you're going to see just the end results. I enjoyed making this tutorial, and I really hope that you post whatever it is that you decide to make online so that we can all see it. And be sure to comment below as to anything else that you would like me to do. I hope you have a great day. Much love and God bless.